Hi everyone, back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with the Rumour Has It video talking about players linked to the football club this coming transfer window and beyond. And we're talking about goalkeepers today. That's right, goalkeepers. This is a position where I feel over the last 18 months, Newcastle United maybe identified a need that they didn't think was there before. Obviously, we bought Nick Pope. There's a huge upgrade on Martin Dubravka when he came in. He was an excellent shot stopper. Really was a huge factor in his finishing fourth, getting the Champions League football, staying in the league, obviously, first and foremost, and then developing from them. But Nick's had a couple of bad injuries over the last 18 months, and we're starting to see some cracks shown, I think, in Nick's game in terms of his injuries maybe weighing a bit heavy on him. So the thought process, apparently, if you believe what you hear, is Newcastle United are thinking about looking at a goalkeeper. And that brings us to the guy we're talking about today. Just before we do, a little reminder, if you're checking us out for the first time, hello, good to see you. Smash subscribe, help get us to the next milestone, which will be 10K for us. We've flown past 9K in 2024. So thank you so much for that love and support. Hopefully we'll be up to 10K before we know it. But let's get stuck into this goalkeeper then. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about this lad right here. And you recognize him. It's the Liverpool goalkeeper, Caoimhin Kelleher. That's right. Caoimhin, I think, is Irish for Kevin, as far as I know. When I've looked that up, by the way, I didn't just know off the top of my head. Jeopardy questions. Phone a friend. Ring me. No, I did look that up. But yeah, he's obviously a young Irish goalkeeper, 26 years old, has filled in impeccably when Alisson's had a bad hamstring injury for Liverpool this season. He's played in the league. He's played in the Champions League. He's not missed a step. He's an excellent goalkeeper. And apparently Newcastle United are interested in Caoimhin Kelleher, whose contract runs out in 2026. Now, he signed a new long-term contract with Liverpool a few years back, obviously, when he signed over from Irish football. And at one point, they were looking at him as the long-term successor, really, for Alisson. But that seems to have changed because they signed Mamardashvili, as we all know, from Valencia. And it sounds very much like Kelleher's football is going to be very, very limited moving forward. And that is brilliant for Newcastle United because that means there's a player there that we could possibly go and sign either in the January transfer window if we're happy to spend money. We'd probably get him at quite a cheap cost as well. Or if his contract was to run out next season, you could get him for free. But I think Kelleher will be gone, if not January, possibly in the summer transfer window. And I think he'll be an excellent goalkeeper for Newcastle United. There is other people who are interested in him as well. I think over in Serie A, there's interest from him too. I think Napoli are interested in him. Conte loves to sign an ex-Premier League player, doesn't he, in all fairness? But yeah, for me, this kid's a no-brainer, I think, to bring in as potentially Nick Pope's successor moving forward. So Kelleher's managed only 60 outings for Liverpool, I think, in his whole time there. And he's kept 21 clean sheets, conceding only 70 goals. That's pretty decent for a goalkeeper. In terms of his stats per 90 minutes, as you can see there, it's very, very comparable with a lot of the top goalkeepers around Europe, as these stats always are across the top 5 leagues in Europe. So you can see there in terms of his kind of goals against, he's right up in the 99th percentile. Yes, it helps a little bit that he's playing behind a really good defense that contains people like Virgil van Dijk, but you've still got to give the lad credit for the saves that he makes. His goals against are obviously very high as well. His save percentage is decent as well. His save percentage per 90 minutes is actually 75.8%, which puts him in the 86th percentile for goalkeeping saves there, which is pretty good. His penalty kicks saves as well. He's up in the 95th percentile, so he's good at saving pens. His clean sheet percentiles in the 74s. Again, it is Liverpool, so you've got to make it that a little bit. His touches is the big thing. So his touches, he has 44.23 touches a game. He's in the 89th percentile. And this is where Nick Pope, it falls down a bit for me. Nick Pope isn't very good with his feet, where Kelleher looks a lot more accomplished with his feet. And I think that would make him a real interesting prospect for Newcastle United as well. His goal kicks aren't particularly long, and his length of goal kicks aren't particularly long, but he is playing with Liverpool, so he's happy to drop that ball off to either Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, those kind of players, and they're good on the ball. They'll make moves happen from there. So you can't really judge him on that regard. But in terms of his average distance of defence actions as well, he's up in the 87th percentile. He's very, very quick off his line, is Kelleher, and very accomplished as well. He's good with his feet as well. He's got good reactionary stops, but very quick off his line, very good on the ball, the ability to start play, as well, in terms of giving the ball, being the sweeper keeper type thing that we need. And I think he would be an excellent signing for Newcastle United moving forward. I really, really do. At 26 years old, he's got loads of years ahead of him as a goalkeeper. And I do think Newcastle need to do something, which sounds nuts because we've got like 15 goalkeepers on the books. Obviously, I jest. We've got Vlachodimos, who no one knows why we're signing him to be fair. He's not really given a chance, in all fairness, but the £20 million goalkeeper that never was. Ruddy is a weird one. I think he seems like he was Eddie Howe's best mate at his wedding or something. He's got a job at Newcastle United for doing nothing effectively. Gillespie just carries the waters to and from training and sings Ronan Keaton on karaoke. And Dubravka is constantly being linked with moving away. And I think Dubravka will be gone come the January window. I think he'll be moved off somewhere else if we can get someone like Kelleher in, because at the minute Dubravka is starting in the sticks while Pope is injured, and there's no guarantee Pope comes back and stays fit. Again, there could be more niggly injuries that keep Pope out. But if you sign someone like Kelleher, I don't know what he would cost you. Would it cost you 15, 20 million quid? His contract's running out in the summer. Depends what Liverpool want to fleece you for. But I think this kid's an excellent goalkeeper. And to me, it would be an absolute no-brainer for Newcastle to sign him either now or in the summer. If we keep a hold of Dubravka till the summer, maybe he signs a pre-contract with somebody. We'll keep Dubravka till the summer. He fills in for Pope until Pope comes back, and then in the summer we go out and we sign Kelleher as well. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think about signing a new goalkeeper. Do you think we don't need one? Do you think the resource should be used elsewhere, or do you think this club needs to look at a more long-term successor than Nick Pope right now? I do. I think the injuries have taken a toll. I think Nick Pope's shot stopping is second to none. There's no doubt about it. But when it comes to his feet, he's never been particularly great, and he's looking more and more shaky, I think, as the years go by. There seems to be an issue now with him diving to his left. People keep talking about that. I think that's the shoulder injury. He punches a lot instead of catches it. I just wonder whether these injuries are taking a toll on Nick Pope. And for me, Kelleher is the man. There's other names being linked. I think James Trafford is consistently linked to the club. Not for me. I think he's overrated. I think everyone lives on the back of that under-21 tournament where, he made the great penalty saves and all that. And fair play to the kid as well. You've got to do the business, but I think he showed at Burnley. He's too soft. He's too weak. Yes, he was in Burnley and he was getting shots flying at him left, right, and centre, but I don't think the kid's anywhere near the kind of keeper that people want to claim him to be. And for me, Kelleher is ready-made, ready to go in the Premier League and ready to challenge Nick Pope for the #1 jersey. So for me, this is a no-brainer. Newcastle, get it done. If not in January, in the summer transfer window. But let us know in the comments below, guys, what you think about Kelleher. Would you sign him, or do you think we should look further afield, look somewhere else? Give us a suggestion for a goalkeeper in the comments who you would rather sign than Kelleher, or do you think, like me, this would be a great deal for Newcastle and we have to look to replace Nick Pope long-term, and this one just looks to be falling into place, out of contract, not going to get his game at Liverpool. Ireland International, 20 caps already. He's already shown how well he played against England, the good stops he made, the one-on-ones, the stretching, flicking him over the top corner and everything else from top players. I think the lad would be a brilliant goalkeeper for Newcastle. And we love an Irish goalkeeper, don't we? Share giving anybody. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Help get us to 10K. We'll be back with some more Rumour Has It soon. Catch you later, everyone. Cheers.